It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the Falcons rocket arm quarterback. You can't ask for much more than his last game.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They'll start on the ground with Swift. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Goff. Lions at 3-1 here through the first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
The key for them, generating offense and finding a way to put the ball in the end zone. I mean, you get held under 10 points in your last game. Very hard to win in the NFL. Frankly, it's very hard to win in any league scoring that few points.
Goff on first down. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
3rd and 2, Goff. Out to the right, he's got the tight end wearing. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by the a youngster, the rookie, their QB.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting he continues the streak in this game.
Throwing to start the drive. Patton. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Patton. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And that is incomplete here.
Got the right idea, though, trying to throw it.
He's got it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Got an open man. That's David the Joker, the tight end. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, it's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute the run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground.
honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
On 4th down, gone. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. They took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up the first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll throwing to start the drive. Patton toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Patton. And his throw here is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Patton. And he wisely will throw that one away. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Patton. This one swung out here to Jones. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Patton. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Bourne. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. On the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Being checked. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed back. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the number that time.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Look at the big man rumble. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Lions take the block field goal wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Badgley on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
Throwing to start the drive. Patton drops it to Jones in the flat. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Out right to Bull. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up the holding call.
On second, here's Algier.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. Jimmy Garoppolo has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. 3 touchdown passes there for Zach Wilson. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. David Montgomery, a touchdown run in the victory. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they will need to get this passing game in gear, because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Lions, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there, didn't work out though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards, and the Lions will take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. Dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
So much of his game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on him as they try and catch the ball.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Falcons ready to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now this one complete on the slant route. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Algier now up the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake. Patton. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Gone. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still blowing on the scoreboard.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field.
2nd and 6.
It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons!
Kyle Pitts,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Falcons are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Time for another look at this Lions offense.
They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
There's a nice move, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Still 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Goff now looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they will move up by 10 now. 17-7.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Throwing to start the drive. Patton. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw again. Patton. Flushed it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Julian O'Quinn.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Got the connection here to Bourne. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And this route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Got it.
And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
And that's going to be incomplete. incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
We're good. We're good.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Williams. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Goff now to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done now. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Lions, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take